It's the only fan-owned franchise here in the NFL. And tens of thousands of those fans have their cheeseheads on, and it filled the stands of historic Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Ball is teed up. Joshua Carty to do the honors. And here we go from Lambeau. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achan. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 37. His first throw is an interception. And the Panthers have an early opportunity after the interception on the game's first series. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game. Looking for the back that time. And now it's 2nd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Catch is made in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. They'll motion him out of the backfield. From the red zone now. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback are going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets him back behind the sticks.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over it.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw it here. He's got it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. So our first score of the game here as they cap off that drive with a touchdown.
It's really what you're looking for, Kate, offensively. You want to force the other guys into thinking they need to play a little catch-up right away. So a nice job to get that first score and take early control of this game.
Carty has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
At the 20-yard line.
Another try following the sack. It is Cup left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down. Looking for a throw here. He'll get this complete to Jennings. And they make the tackle at the 38. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Throwing now on first down. That's brought in by Jennings. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot. Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. And incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
Third down run from Achane. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. They'll come out throwing. He puts some power on a deep one left. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. They go play action here. Catch is made down the right sideline. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
We're ready to go with the second quarter. It's Panthers football. They're looking at yet another first and 10 on this drive. Taylor now up the middle. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd down carry for Taylor. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Chased out to his right. He tucks it and takes off. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the 1st down.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Has it in close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt they'd pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Taylor. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Give him a couple yards on that run, and this sets up 4th and goal.
Well, the defense, they couldn't stop him for a loss, but they denied him the goal line at least. Now we get to see, right? Decision time, one of these critical decisions of whether or not they're going to go for an all-or-nothing 4th down play.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. They're going Taylor. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Panthers now lead by 10. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Cardi now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Panthers drive their lead to 11. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Running left, here's A-Chain. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Greg Newsome bringing that play to an end.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 34. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. We're to the 2-minute warning from Lambeau. The Packers trying to make some noise before halftime. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Looking to the air here. Cut by Jennings. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Throwing all the way to the end zone here. They connect on the deep shot. And this is going to be a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers make it a one-score game before halftime. If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw, just the right touch, and you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, need to be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased. Go ahead, I don't care.
You're biased.
But the success of that play does come down to the timing of the throw, Kate. If you don't throw it on time to that exact spot, you run out of room, and you don't give yourself that kind of chance.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. This one's going to bounce into the end zone and will end as a touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Eric Stokes getting there for the stop. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And he'll only drive this forward to around the 26. They needed a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4. He'll throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it up to the 44. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute it.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Just couldn't find Romadunze there. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3. Went way outside there, trying to work that sideline, Brock. But by the time the ball had arrived, well, the defender had to knock that ball out.
I think you see my reaction in the booth every time.
I do.
We see that throw, because I can close my eyes and
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Packers make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. Here comes the final play of our first half. A final throw before the break. Throwing for the end zone. And the defender comes away with it. And the Panthers intercept the final throw for the end zone, and that is how our first half's going to end. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. This one finds Taylor. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
And this run doesn't have the juice of that last one. He's stuck at the line. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3. They go again with Taylor. And it's a nice gain on the run, aided by that broken tackle. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. Dropping back to throw. Has his man, it's a Dunze. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
From the gun, Taylor. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
On target to his man, Taylor.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and netted some positive yards.
And this one doesn't go far. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
3rd down from the gun. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength.
Struggling to center it. Oh, it's loose. They're out and set. 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, if the word safety was used, and it's not a lot in NFL locker rooms, but if it was at halftime, it was about safe throws, good decisions, consistent plays. It was not about a safety to begin this second half, and that's what we nearly saw. Not the kind of start this offense wanted. It's got to overcome a bit of adversity.
After the sack, another pass on second down. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down. This one misses the tight end. And that's going to leave him with a tough third and long.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on third down. Throwing from near his own goal line. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Gets this one away from a tough spot, backed up inside the end zone. Punt meets him at the 28. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. Nice 12-yard pickup on the return. And it's going to be Panthers football. First and 10 from the 41. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Forced out to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be second down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. He'll look to throw. He throws a bullet to the set. He's got it inside the 25. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop was made.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up first and goal. They're going play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Trying to find his tight end. So now it'll be second and goal.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Straight ahead with Taylor. And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the third quarter. So they'll have some time to... Surprise gift to the receiver near the goal line. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. It's one of the biggest moments of the game for Joshua Carty. He's hit once already. This is a short one, inside of 30 yards. Slide's kick is up and good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
Carty has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And this is taken in the end zone but not returned, so they'll take it out to the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Man in motion here. throwing it to start this drive. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Panthers get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his third strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
Airing it out to start this drive. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. Working inside the red zone. He brings it in.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
They're lining up on the doorstep. Second and goal from inside the 1. And he will take this across. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Point after converted from Cardi. And the Panthers take a 3-possession lead.
Packers 10. Joshua Cardi to kick off.
Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Setting up a throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion. Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Throwing from the gun here. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's a give to Taylor. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back runs yielding just 2 yards, and now it's 3rd and 8.
As a corner in this league, well, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. But you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. He's going to throw this one. Taylor makes the catch. And this one does not go far.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down. Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. This will end up as a touchback.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Back now, pressure on its way. Short pass brought in. Picked up of a few as he heads out of bounds.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
This is caught inside the 15. It's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers get it back to within 2 possessions. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Return starts at the 3. He's got a lane up past the 30. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled.
At their own 37-yard line.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, first and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay. Panthers moments away from their 4th win of the year. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing off the play fake here. Toward the sideline, and he's gotten again. And they'll have it across midfield as he runs out. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. On the counter, it's Taylor. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play. Whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
Taylor again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. He's got Harris. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll give him a 16-point advantage.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game and really leaves only 1 remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
He doesn't like what he sees, so a touchback. They're going to begin at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Try and push it deep downfield. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. Not on the same page with his tight end. So it's 2nd down coming up. Now they'll throw out of the gun. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Big shot is hauled in. Feet are inbounds. Oh, what a play! The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Let's go right now.
From the red zone now. And he is in for the touchdown. Still unlikely, Brock, but it's not entirely over just yet with this score. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Motioning Jennings left. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Greg Newsome has it. He's off to the races. 30. And that is 2 points the other way as he takes the pick the entire way back. So the decision to go for 2 does result in a nice boost, Brock, but not for the team we were expecting, thanks to an alert play and a lengthy jog downfield from that defender.
Yeah, it took everybody. In order to do that and make that happen, it really was all 11 and then just a superhuman effort. You say jog, I say a sprint to glory.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. This is Taylor. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. So it's the Panthers who take this one on the road. And the sting of losing such a close one the week before apparently still at the forefront of their minds. They got out there and rebounded nicely with a win this week.